What up, people? Welcome to the Joe McFo Show. I'm going to be drawing my comic, and I also wanted to show you guys some progress that I have been making on my character Javen. I've been doing a turnaround for him, and this is where we're at so far. These ones are actually just mirrored images of the first half. The only difference is, you notice he has an asymmetrical stripe on his pants, so I'm gonna have to go and fix that. But outside of that, he's basically done. So we're gonna get started working on the comic now. And so the comic is basically in its very rough state right here, but we're gonna get moving. And this is my first time trying to stream on two platforms at once. Let me know if the music sounds alright, if it's too loud or too quiet or whatever is going on. So yeah, just let me know. What else we got here? So let's start with this first panel. So it goes here. Okay, so we got this here. Music's slightly loud. Okay, let's see. It's hard to know. It's hard to know sometimes. Alright, so in this panel, what I have going on is this character here is basically showing off his new tattoos on his arm to his younger cousin. So it's a quick, short panel. Why is something's going on with my layers? Got that. Well, where is the perspective? Ah, here we go. This must be it. There we are. All right, we're in the game. And for those of you who are on the stream now, please share it, and let's get more people in the room here. We're trying to grow the audience up. This character's a little challenging right now because I have recently kind of slightly redesigned him. Nothing crazy, but just trying to mature him a little bit. And so seeing some things a little different, like his nose shape and some of the expressions that I'm trying to get him to have now. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's a great question. How are you guys doing? I probably should have started with that and asked, how is everyone? Hopefully everyone had a good day. My day was nice and chill. Spent my time working right here at this very desk. Thankfully I can work from home. So now's the time to do what I've been wanting to do for most of the day. I'm just glad not to be sick anymore. Me too. I'm glad for that too. being sick sucked. I swear, I think it's due to AI slap that I got sick. A couple streams ago, I think it might have been a week ago, I had a different sounding voice, and I blamed AI slap because I watched it for a few minutes, and then suddenly I had this crazy headache and a cough, and I hated being alive for about a couple days. So yeah, thankfully that's all past me now. That's a good question. Where do you get your supplies? I haven't gotten art supplies in a long time. Like, I usually get my stuff from Blick or you know, the online store or whatever. But typically, I work digitally, so my supplies are all like brushes for Procreate or something like that. So yeah. Yo, what's up, man? Are you watching Zethrix? Are you watching on TikTok or YouTube? I'm trying to get it all figured out. I have Michael's locally, but I often buy off Jerry's Artorama or Blick online because there's much more options. Oh, okay, cool. I don't think I've ever bought anything from Jerry's Artorama. I didn't know anything about it until Art Prof. So. And back in the early days of Art Prof especially, I would get a ton of art supplies. I don't think I ever used not one thing. I just kind of was like, whatever. Let me switch to TikTok. Okay, I'm just curious because I don't actually know what's happening on there because I can't see how it looks. So yeah, you gotta be my guy in the chair right now. So strange adjusting to this new format. Zethrix says, "Oh, okay." So it looks like it's working. So Chris, looks like I can only see half of the chat. I have to have TikTok open on the side for me to even see what's going on in that chat because it's not merging. So you have to tell me how to fix that. Yeah, that's just the way I'm drawing. I think that's the best I can do. We'll have to link it. Okay. Yeah, that's as big as I can make the screen without messing myself up. Because I tend to draw zoomed in anyway. But here, for the sake of everyone else, I'll zoom out a bit. No, that's much better. Okay, good. I'm like constantly checking the screen, make sure both screens are able to even see this. Let me pull up this art right here. But I want to thank you guys for hopping on the stream. I appreciate y'all. Tonight we're working on comic stuff. The last few weeks has all been character design related, and I showed a quick glimpse of that earlier, but for those who did not see, I'll share it here. I was working on the main character of my comic. His name is Javen, and so the last, I've always done character turnarounds where it's like placed here and then here and then here, and they're just kind of in separate locations. The music is a little loud. Oh, okay, let me adjust that. All right, that should be a little better. I've always done character designs where it's always like here, 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 and here, but I've never done one where it's just a straight up animated turnaround. So this is the result we get right here. So it's super close to being done. I have to fix that that fold or that pattern on his pants, but outside of that is pretty much ready to go. So super exciting, honestly. I've never had that before, and it's great because now I can use that frame right here, or this part of the panel. I don't really need it, but it's real nice. But yeah, you guys who are watching now, because I'm so used to having a totally different stream setup, I really appreciate you guys kind of letting me know when something is wrong with the stream. So if you hear something that's like, hey, it's too loud, hey, it's too zoomed in, it's too cropped, whatever the case is, just let me know and I'll do my best to fix it. Because I know how it is to watch a stream where you can't hear anything or you can't see anything, and that just sucks. So yeah, I prefer to have you guys just tell me now. Kathy says, glad TikTok is finally working. Me too. Me too. I tried last Sunday and it just didn't work because of my own silliness. But it's all good. It's all good. Let me actually put this here. Oh man, looks like I erased some things here. It's one of those pieces of clothing that's actually pretty difficult because it's so bulky and baggy on this character, and I want to be able to not have tangents and be able to see certain parts of the anatomy of it, but it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky getting this puffy vest to really fit his form properly. So we're just gonna make it up as we go. I'm glad you're able to figure it out. Yeah. Thank you for all your helps thus far, man. Appreciate it. Turns out it was just like one button, one setting that I didn't hit last time. That was kind of the cause of all of it. They could have made that a little bit more clear though. I gotta say. It's fine. I think this cuff is gonna have to go up a little bit higher. Here. Oh, I almost forgot. He's gotta have a little bit of stubble on this character. He's 18 and still got a little bit of peach fuzz. He doesn't have the full man style beard just yet. So just for context, for those who are unfamiliar with what I'm working on, my comic is called Shadowboxers, and I'm working on this one shot for it, and mostly just to kind of get my feet wet into this world, because it's the first time I'm making something of this scale that I've imagined. So I thought it would be a smart idea to kind of just have it be a short contained story that could still be considered canon, but it's technically before episode 1. So yeah, this is my main character's cousin, who I would consider not so great influence, and it was inspired in part by a song by Kendrick Lamar called "The Art of Peer Pressure," and that song is basically about how Kendrick and his friends are kind of influencing him to do it. And so I kind of took that plot line and was like, you know what, let's see if we can build something off that. So in this comic, they're going to go spray paint a water tower, and they're just meeting up for the first time. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. And this particular shot, Zalam, this character here, is showing off tattoos to the main character. He's kind of rolling up his sleeves, you see here. He's like, hey man, check this out. Arm here. Now the tattoos are probably going to be done in the coloring phase mostly. I don't intend to ink a line for it. I think that was just going to look weird. But I should probably place them. So it's probably going to look something like this. They're basically just two diamonds. Almost like some sort of tribal tattoo, I guess you could say. But not quite as complicated as a regular tribal tattoo, because I just don't want to I don't want to make my life more difficult than it needs to be. So I like the simple patterns for stuff like this. It makes life way easier when I don't have to worry about that sort of thing, you know. Welcome to the stream. Okay, this character has a 4-finger, or I guess 3-finger ring technically. So that's one of the things I always gotta try and remember with this character is his 3 fingers here need to always be put together, which can be limiting sometimes, but it also I think adds a lot to his character to have something like this. So yeah, I gotta add his rings right here. Doesn't say anything on it, at least I don't think so. There's no close-up of this, so if there is something, I can always hide it later. Let me see something. 1 second, show. What does Zalam do when he's not committing vandalism? That's a great question. If I told you the real answer, though, that would be too many spoilers. So he's just doing hood rat stuff with his friends, I guess. To quote Milton Tayshawn, those of you Boondocks fans, you know who I'm talking about. I think something happened on my stream here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I accidentally messed up the stream. Oh well. I realized that it's supposed to be labeled 88, stream 88 on YouTube, and it's labeled 87. So now it's a little got a little bit of an issue. I'll have to fix that later. Oh, wait, actually, maybe I can fix it now. Let me see. If I could fix it now, that would be really cool. Let's see. Johnny Fitz. What up, Johnny? Thank you for coming on. Megan! My friend Megan. It's been a long time. How are you doing? Thank you for hopping on to the stream. It's so strange because some of you guys are on TikTok and some of you guys are on YouTube, and not all the comments are like merging together. So yeah, so yeah. He said hi, Jordan. Yeah, my first time going out on YouTube, or not YouTube, on TikTok. I've never had the numbers to do it until recently. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, this thing isn't working. I'll fix it later. You guys are able to see the stream anyway, so we're fine. As long as people are on and having a good time. Great to see you live. Thank you. I think I made this like just a little too long. This hand might be a little on the large side, so we're going to have to scale that down a bit. Love to see all the amazing work you're doing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is my comic that I have been procrastinating for far too long. Had some life events that kind of stalled it, but no longer. We're going in. I think I made this wrist too long too, so let's actually pull this back. Turn off the sketch layer and see. That feels okay. Let's get his wrinkles. So he's pulling up his sleeve, so he's gonna have to have some folds here. I could probably make this a little cleaner because these are a little too even. So let's get some small. Let's get a large wrinkle right here. Yeah, I want it to look like just one of those even mountains, you know, missing everyone from YouTube land. I know. It seems like everyone's able to find it on YouTube anyway. Even with my screw up out there, or on TikTok, it's going right. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. That's essential. Like one stream in the last like 6 months or something, but I guess he's retired from TikTok. I don't know. I have to ask him about that. Adjusted for a shadow, like in this instance here. We're seeing his thumb, and this actually disappears into the shirt. I haven't talked with everyone in a while. Yeah, it has been a while. The original Drawaholics TikTok crew. I think Spot Blacks can be, and I honestly have never read manga, so I know that they can do that quite a bit too, but I've never. Okay, so how can I do this? I think I'm gonna make this a little shorter. Right here. Just a bit. And then I'm gonna rotate rotate this and extend it. Yeah, something like that. Hopefully that's good enough. Yes, the late night talks of drawing and chilling. Yes, good old days. But now we all have lives and stuff. Alright, let's see. Okay. That's feeling pretty good. It's feeling alright. So he's got these six strands at the top. Let's see. Truthfully, I could have just copy and pasted some of these strands from a previous drawing, but this will add some more uniqueness. Now that I'm looking at this one on the far left stands out a little too much, so we're going to cut that end off. There we go. That fits. Yeah. Now the collar, I still don't like the collar. So we're going to have to fix that. Probably throw in the black right here. For clarity's sake, which I think helps quite a bit. Sorry guys, I'm trying to manage things on my computer here. I guess the collar is gonna be like here. A little bit of a little crook in his nose there, or bend, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the PC way of saying that is. Definition to the nose, I don't know. Oh, what's up, Chris? Appreciate you coming back. Alright, I'm not even gonna worry about the shadows or anything. I'll worry about that later. That's for a future stage. But I do need do need to figure out this chain that he's wearing. Let me also change up this fold here. Also get the ring before I forget that. Then we got this pattern on him. You know what? I think this one I will copy from this page. Let's see. Where is it? This one here. No, that one. Here we are. I don't like redrawing this shape, even though I designed it this way. So I'm just going to take it from this one. Sometimes you have to work smarter, not harder, right? You said I'm not trying to pass out. So if I do disappear, I have failed. That's all right, man. It's okay. I know it's late where you are. Oh wow, this works almost perfectly. So it's gonna go like here. Alright, this is gonna be a little tricky. Make that a little bit smaller. Goes all the way back here like that. It's not even that. I got crushed by a vehicle today and it's out to my tree. Dude, what? How do you just say that so casually? Are you good, man? Are you alright? Okay, let me. Let's see, how do I do this? I think I might need to move the way the sleeve is looking, or the lack thereof. Maybe the shoulder. Or maybe I just need to simplify the design in general, because it is a little annoying. Let's see. These are the stripes. I'm gonna label that stripes. There's nothing here. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this just a little bit more down like that. There we are. That gives me more room to work with. Yeah, I'm good. It was just uncomfortable. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, feel free to just knock out, man. That was not, I'm sure that wasn't on your bingo card for the day. So, yeah, if you gotta take it easy, please take it easy. Let me see. Gotta figure out a way to make this simpler to draw. I think one strategy I tried one time was making it all one shape at first and then erasing out. I think that might work. Let's try that. It's a quiet night. Usually there's lots of comments. People are probably just busy. It is Thursday. I think Thursday nights are a little slower typically. Okay, it looks like that idea worked. I think what I might do is create like a 3D model or something. This vest for moments like this. Yeah, I'll have to come back to that and fix it later, I guess. For now, let's work on this one. I'll have to come back to that later. And thankfully, we actually already have a 3/4 rear view of this exact character, so I can pretty much just copy this. Not quite. There is a slight difference. He's got a little bit of his face showing in it, but it will work all the same, I think. And do I want to get rid of the head? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the head just for now. So he's like smiling at him. He's all impressed at the tattoos. So let me pull up a reference on this character. Let's see. I have another reference on the other screen, so let's see if we can get this. Okay, might be a little wide there. Pull this out just a little bit. Okay. This might be too much of a. It's such a tough angle to do, too. Because I want to show his smile, but I also don't want it to be a complete side view either. I'm late but here. What's up, Amaris? Thanks for coming on. Hope you're doing well this week. By the way, for all those who have not seen or who are new, I did want to show you guys the Shadowboxers website if you're curious. It is a comic project that I'm working on, and all the little bits of lore that you might want to learn about are here at shadow-boxers.com. And we have a free Discord as well if you want to check out the community. I post artwork in there occasionally, give you little updates and things like that. And we also have a gallery where you can see more of the Shadowboxers artwork, and we even have a shop available. So I have put together a art book for this project. I'll show you guys real quick. Is this Art of Shadowboxers book, and it contains a bunch of sketches from the project where you can see all the stuff that I've worked on, some of which has been on my YouTube live streams. Actually, one character in particular, this character here, Salam, he has been created entirely, where's the camera? He was created entirely on the live streams. So if you want to check out the book, it is here on the website at shadow-boxers.com. So yeah, become part of the community and see what we have here. And what I'm working on now for it is the very first comic. So, making history over here. And I stream twice a week, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So let me see. With this hood, there's actually an image I want to use as a reference on the website. Funny enough. Yeah, this one right here, because he's got the hood. Let's see what I can do with this. Mars, you said you went line dancing. I have 2 left feet. That's okay, nothing wrong with that. I got Ice-T, 618, and Spider-Man reference image pulled up for a knitting project. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you know, and that is our first hydration check of the night. You brought up Spider-Man. We have a little hydration check or a drinking game. So every time we say it, everyone drinks water because we all need to stay hydrated. And if we drink anything outside of water, we would either have a sugar rush or die of alcohol poisoning. So that is where that comes from. And honestly, about having 2 left feet, I think it's okay if you have 2 left feet. You just gotta do the simple stuff. That's the only thing. You just gotta know which lane you're staying in, right? Some of you guys may know the movie Hitch with Will Smith and Kevin James. There's a scene where he's trying to teach him how to dance, and he says, "Home is here. You just, arms at 90-degree angles. You just snap to the beat. That's all you do." And that says, "Anyone else have to learn dancing in elementary school gym class? So random." I had to take a dance unit when I was in middle school. I hated it so much. We were able to get out of our final performance though, because we had to perform in front of the whole grade, and I was like, oh geez, I don't want to do that. But one kid ended up breaking his arm, and technically he was actually fine. He could have done the thing, but he's like, yeah, we can't do it. We need everybody here, and so we were able to get out of it. So yeah, Kevin James dancing in that movie was so funny. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Honestly, there were times when that movie would come on TV, like TBS or something like that, and it'd be like now showing a double run through of Hitch, and I would watch both of them because I love that movie so much. I haven't seen it in years, but it was always like a comfort film to me. Now Will Smith's reputation is trashed quite a bit, but at the time in 2005 he was like my hero. I wanted to be Will Smith, and I was like, man, I can't wait to get a mustache so I could look like Will Smith. And I was like 10 years old. So yeah, those were the days. Now I have my own mustache, and now I just have to keep it trimmed and stuff. But yeah, those were the good old days. hoodie. It's gonna have to be something like this. Megan says, yes, love Spider-Man and Avatar. Yep, so now you can join in the hydration checks. Is it another hydration? I guess that's the second hydration check, actually. Yeah. I think that was more in response to what I was saying, but it's all good. Gotta stay hydrated. What other favorite movies are comfort movies for you guys? Just out of curiosity. I said mine was Hitch. That's one of them. And these are just movies that you could put on in the background and don't have to worry about like missing the plot. You just need it for a good laugh or something. So I think that movie, any Indiana Jones, is definitely a comfort for me, especially the original trilogy. Right? I have seen all 5 movies, but those two, especially Dial of Destiny, it just doesn't hold up. You know, I remember going into Dial of Destiny, I was like, I know this isn't going to be great, but I have to finish it. I'm a bit of a completionist, and I will watch bad shows just to see the ending, even if I am cringing the whole time. Like I did that with Riverdale. I did not like that show up to a certain point because it was so ridiculous, and I was like, I need to know how it ends. I have to know. Megan says, yes, guys, stay hydrated. She's the Man is one of my favorites. Oh, that's the one with Amanda Bynes, right? I think I saw a piece of that movie, but I actually never watched the whole thing. Saw the whole thing. What else? Rush Hour, the Rush Hour trilogy, and there might even be a 4th one coming out from what I've heard. Does anyone know about that? The 4th Rush Hour potentially coming out. I've seen a lot of posts on it, but nowadays you can't really trust a whole lot, so I don't know. I don't know for sure. Sharper shape to the hoodie. Mrs. Doubtfire for sure. I assume that's Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes. Mrs. Doubtful for sure. Yes, with Amanda Bynes. Now you gotta watch the whole thing. Oh man, you haven't seen the other YouTube streams, but there's a long list of things I gotta watch apparently. Amar says, my friend designed a spider lily tapestry and hand crocheted it. Came out so beautiful. Oh, that's really cool. I feel the same dancing as a skill you learned as a kid. Yeah, it's one of those things that I think is important, especially if you, depending on your culture, depending on your ethnicity, learning to dance is very, very important. Being black, that is one of those things that is kind of a mandatory thing. You have to have rhythm at least. I'm not someone who likes to just go and dance and do all this random stuff for people or anything like that. But I know where the beat, but that's important. But yeah, it's a tricky thing. Man, this does not look like my character very much at all. This might be one of those frames that I'm like, please don't stare at it too long. We'll see. I might have to look at like another reference for this one. This is a tricky angle right here. I never learned to dance and I'm black. Had 2 left feet, no rhythm whatsoever. Oh man, I'm sorry. That's one of those things I think, like old school black parents are genuinely worried about for their kids is, will their kid have rhythm or not? I really think that. I know this because it was said to me one time, like, oh no, my child better not grow up not having rhythm. Because you know, at 6-7 years old, you don't know what that is. You're just kind of doing whatever. It's like, you know, like little toddlers, how they dance and they just kind of like bend their knees a lot and then they fall over once or twice. That's kind of that's kind of the extent of a little kid's dancing, unless they turn into like a full-on pro, you know. And there are definitely some kids who can dance. Like I remember there was one girl, was her name Allison Stoner, I think was her name. She used to do backup dancing for Missy Elliott. I think she was in an Eminem video one time, and she was also an actress. She did stuff on was it Cheaper by the Dozen? I know I saw her on Drake and Josh once. Maybe like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I think. But she was killing it at age like 7. So I know it's possible. But if you're not like going into dance as like a full-on profession or anything like that, yeah, you gotta learn that stuff by the time you're young, so that when the Cupid Shuffle comes on at the cookout, you know a little something. You know, you don't want to be the embarrassment of the group. You know, I don't know. I assume other cultures are like that, but maybe y'all can fill me in. Every dance move I know was stolen by Michael Jackson. Like literally. I don't do the crotch grab though. That I find that I don't think really works well in a room full of people, unless it's a Michael Jackson song and you're like doing a solo. But yeah, that's a tough one to pull off. But I like watching Chris Brown dance. He's incredibly talented. One time I saw him backflip on the beat and it was crazy. I'm like, how do you do a backflip after performing all these songs at a show and then you land on the beat? It's crazy. Alright, this is close enough. Let's make some of these lines just a little bit more thick here. I think I might need to enlarge this just a touch. Let's get the mesh. Yes, Chris Brown is talented. Me and my sister went to his concert. He was doing backflips and singing. Like, sir, I can't do that. I'll be tired. I know, right? That dude is very, very talented. I don't listen to his music, but I am highly impressed with him. There's a couple singers who I am very impressed with, and I don't even listen to. Like, Bruno released like 4 albums, and all the songs on his 10-track albums are like hit singles, and they're charting and all this stuff. And the guy was basically saying that he's like the definition of quality over quantity, which I can respect. I like stellar, and it stands the test of time. You know, like I think it's important to have that sort of, maybe not boundary, but that sort of artistic integrity for yourself. All right. We got the sketch layer done. All right, let's see if we can come back to these stripes and fix it up. Now, I'm just gonna worry about the penciling in this stage. I'm not really worried about inking. That's gonna be a whole other section of process. I heard he's going on tour, and Leon Thomas is going to be opener. I forgot who else is going to. Oh, that's cool. And you know what? I'm glad Leon Thomas is getting his flowers. I know he's also super talented. I knew that dude's been working since like at least 2012, 2013. Let me also just cheat a tiny bit. Let's just move this collar up. This is one of those design challenges. I think I'm gonna have to change his outfit just a little bit for this design pattern. Part of what makes it tough is the fact that his shoulder is showing different like sides of him, like it's showing a different volume or rounded volume, and it's very complex for this little space. Yes, I'm happy he's been working for a long time. Yeah. Close. There we are. That looks about right. Cool, now I can add the other little details. Shirt. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright, now I can add the other tattoo. I almost forgot, he also has tats on his hand, not just his arm, so let me make sure I do that. It's basically like a diamond under a triangle. Points right in between his two fingers, so actually, that would look more like this. You only see like half of it. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Another comfort show of mine is the Chosen, more than any other recently. I like Bible shows, especially when they're actually good. Most of them are trash, but that one is just very well done. All right, let's see. Hand is still a little off. The size is right, but something about this is off. Let me slide this over a bit. It's objectively good. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's objectively good. Wouldn't be breaking records if it was terrible. Those of you guys who are confused about what comment I'm reading, I'm streaming on 2 platforms and I don't think the comments are merged together, so. Alright, so let's do. Let's do the tattoo right here. Almost feels like a throwaway Tesla logo or something. Any shows you never finished? I know you're a completionist. Ooh, that's a good one. Never did finish All American. I tried to actually. I remember being on a plane and getting ready to watch it, and then the thing cut out for me, even though I like paid for the service. So I just never returned to it. So I stopped at the end of, I think, season 5 maybe, and then I found out that the main actors all left except for like 2 or 3, and I hate when they do that. It just ruins the whole show. At that point, just do a spin-off or just close the show. Just close it out. I think that just makes much more sense. They did the same thing with that 70s show. Although I did finish that one, but they got rid of Ashton Kutcher's character and Topher Grace, and they were like the two of the best characters on the show. Especially Topher Grace, he was like the main character, and so they did the same thing with All American. So when you suddenly get rid of the main guy, it's like, what's the point of that? I haven't finished All American 2, especially after the main actors left. Yeah, like the thing, I think I left off on Olivia going to London and Spencer sees her in the airport. Like that was the last thing I remember watching. And so yeah, wait, is that Yasha in the chair? Oh wait, oh snap, yes it is. Those of you guys who don't know, oh wait, there's my cat. There's Yasha in the chair. I can't really see. I'm trying to rotate without waking him up. You can see little Yasha. He's very gray, and so he doesn't really show up much right now. But yeah, he's in the house. So I think that was another hydration check. That's something else. That's a new one. Whenever one of my cats shows up, we gotta do a hydration check. We have a second one, but she's being loved on by her mom right now. So yeah, I don't think we'll see her anytime soon. Especially because the other one, when she gets on my desk, or when she gets over here, she jumps on my desk and starts walking over, and I have to take her off because she likes going behind my computer, especially, and that's where all the wires and stuff are. And she has messed up my setup once or twice. She knocks stuff over, thinking she's gentle, but she's not. And I mean, she's very cute, but not gentle by any means. Like earlier today, she tried to sit on my lap while I was working, and I was cool with that. Especially because, well, to be fair, I wasn't really working. I was playing a game on my phone, and then she slipped off my leg, and then she grabbed onto my thigh like Mufasa and trying to hold on for dear life, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall! And so, yeah, so she causes pain and destroys stress and destroys my setup, but she's immensely cute. So you know, I guess that counts for something, right? Cuteness, cuteness trumps all the disasters, all the red flags. Aw, adorable. He's sleeping and you're working. Yes, that is normally how it is. I ain't never seen Yasha not do one thing around the house except catch a baby lizard one time, which was weird. Like he put it in front of us, and I was like, "What is that crawling on the floor?" And it was this little tiny lizard, and it had just been born. You could clearly tell. And he's like, "Look, Dad, look how great of a what do you call it? Of a catcher I am." And I was like, "Bruh, oh my gosh, this is rather horrible. Oh my goodness." So we tossed him back outside. I hope he's still alive. Yeah, but Yasha don't pay for not one bill over here. The other day, there was a fly that came in the house, and we've been training them. We have their little laser pointer. We've been training them for months, and they did nothing. They just were like, "Oh, a fly. Hey, Dad, you know there's a fly in the house?" Just all right. Just so I'm just letting you know. I'm not gonna do nothing about it, but I'm just letting you know. So yeah, the lizards are our friends. They eat the bugs. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is he getting up? No, he's just changing positions. He's changing positions. He just turned around. Yo, what's good, Jordan? Just finished my physics exam. Yo, what's up, man? Is that my cousin I see? I'm looking at the username. I'm like, that looks like my cousin. What up, man? Thanks for popping on the stream. Congrats on finishing your physics exam. I know physics can be rather tricky. I was thinking about it the other day. I realized that I took physics like 10 years ago, and it feels like yesterday. I was actually not too bad at it, but well, in 11th grade I wasn't too bad. Then I got to 12th grade, and it was the same stuff. I remember a thing, dude. We don't remember a thing. I had really disappointed my teacher. He was like, "You could really do something with this," and I was like, "Ha, you thought." And so yeah, that ended my whatever career I could have had in physics. My cat Hazel is rather messed up. They just kind of sit here and be cute. Although, to be fair, sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. But every once in a while... Alright, where's the background? Let's just get these colors in here. I'm fresh off the exam and barely remember it. Oh man, don't tell your parents that, bro. They're both engineers. You probably don't want to say that, where it could be easily brought up again. But that's kind of it. I always thought that was messed up with school. Like, you just memorize all this stuff for the purpose of proving you can memorize and take a test, and then you forget it. Like, that's not useful at all. That's like, there are times where I wish, and I'm a grown adult. I've been out of school for many years, but there are times I'm like, you know, what would have been useful to know how to change a tire in like 12th grade. Like, that would have been a really good skill to learn. And yet I had to, you know, some sort of scientist or something. Hello, Joe McFo fan. What's up, Megan? We got 2 Megans on the stream now. It really is it. I'm chilling. I got a 93. Oh, nice. Wait, you took the test today and they graded it today? Dang, you must have really... you must have made it real easy on them. But if I remember correctly, physics is one of those majors or subjects where you kind of have to... Like, if you mess up at the beginning, it's all going real quick. Hey Megan, let's get those YouTube watch hours. Yes, let's get all of them. Tells you how long ago I was in school. Yeah, there's a lot of aspects of school I do not miss. I do not miss like the stress involved in test taking. I do not miss the lunch food. I miss about 30% of the people there. Not everybody. And most of the people I don't miss were people I just never really hung out with to begin with, so it's kind of like whatever. But they're cool people. I just, sometimes you just don't, you move on. Move on with life. Yeah, for sure. Heavy on the 30%. Yeah. Although I did go to my 10-year reunion. Was it last year? What year was it? I think it was. Wait, man, what year was it? 2024. Yeah, it was 2024 when I went to my reunion, and it was awesome. I had a great time. Got to see all these people again, and it's funny because all these people are wearing name tags, and it's like we spent like 7 years with each other. In some cases, 13. Because I went to the same school, K through 12, and I'm like, man, I remember your name. I used to hate you, but it's nice to see how much people mature sometimes. Occasionally they don't, but I actually didn't experience that one. Everyone was pretty cool. Everyone was chill. Long out of it. I imagine most of us are who are watching the stream. And I say that because I know most of you guys, so I know how old most of y'all are. Maybe not most of y'all, some of y'all. The usernames I recognize. You need my flatting action. Oh, yeah. You want to teach me how to use it? Because, yeah, I forgot about that. Honestly, sometimes I just find it kind of therapeutic doing that. I don't know why. But yeah, it would make it a lot faster. Let's see. Alright, let's do another... Probably should have done this first, technically speaking, but let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be blocked. They're on the roof, by the way, in case I didn't explain that earlier. They're on the roof of the building. I've been trying to get back into drawing your book. Your book has been super helpful. Oh, good, man. I'm so glad that you found it helpful. That's really encouraging. Yeah, man, when you told me that you finally got it, you gave that glowing review, I was like, man, this warms my heart. Honestly, I probably could have just used the perspective ruler. Now that I think about it. I'll see how to export it. I'm sure it's possible. Yeah, pretty much everything that you've suggested regarding Clip Studio Paint has been possible. So I'm certain it is. It was a cool surprise. Yeah, man. That's how we do. That's how we do. I was happy to gift it to you. I'll come in later and do like proper perspective. It's just gonna be a simple 2-point. Honestly, I'll probably just grab a picture of a background and paste it in here and trace over it. That's the simplest solution right there. There's some other things that I'm going to want to remember to do. Just add some different details here. There's going to be backpacks kind of strewn around here. There's going to be some spray cans. Something like that. Let's actually get rid of this one here. Make that a little taller. And go back. Just want a simple blank kind of background. We don't need a whole bunch of stuff here because it's gonna be dialogue like here and here, I think. So you're gonna keep it real simple. All right, I think this panel is good for now. Let's move on to the next one. I think I'm gonna need a reference for this one here, so I'm gonna actually skip to this one. Yeah, I already got a pretty solid laydown for the sketch. The main character, Javen, he's basically stuffing his backpack with spray cans. So let's get on it. He's looking a little apprehensive. I sent it in Discord. I don't know if I did my whole set or just the one. Okay, cool. I'll check it out later on after the stream. Thank you so much. Why is it's not working? Display color. There we go. Redoing it a bit. Let me move this over a bit. There we go. That's gonna be a little on the big side. A little on the big side. Yeah. Wow. Good job, Jordan. Let's see. So ever since like redoing the turnaround for this character, I have come to realize just how small his forehead is. So I gotta keep that in mind every time I draw him now. probably could get a 3D model for this too. He's got kind of wider shoulders. Kind of on his knees as he's packing up his backpack. So then I can put the bag right here. And he's gonna have this hand kind of clutching the backpack. Here he's gonna be holding on to a spray can. Let's get these other characters placed. Actually, since this is a slight Dutch angle, I need to rotate that. Probably can even enlarge him a bit. These sketches are actually pretty close to done, so maybe I can actually kind of clean these up a bit. Let's see. They're gonna be pretty small, so I don't think I have to worry about too much detail. Let's start with that guy here. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach my favorite little art tool. I'm going to add my Canon chart. This is my way of cheating when it comes to doing heads or characters at a certain height. I always kind of have this chart here to say 8.5 heads tall, and in that way I can always make sure they are proportionate. It's a little overkill, admittedly, but I find it helpful. There we go. Now I can draw in peace. Don't worry guys, I just need to look at a reference real quick. It's just a hands in his pockets, so he's kind of chilling. How are the cats doing? Oh, you could see one of them. Hold on. One of them is right here. There's Yasha. He's chilling. Fast asleep. And the other one is taking a nap. She's taking a nap on the back of the couch on the other side of the room. So they're doing good. Although, you missed the story earlier, but Hina almost got Mufasa'd earlier because she was wanted to take a nap on my lap while I was working on stuff, and she ended up slipping and falling, and she grabbed my heel with her not my heel, my thigh with her claws, like she was Mufasa, and ended up slipping and, and broke through my phone and all this stuff. And I was like, Hina, but then she just scurried away and got obsessed with a laser or something. I don't know, but she's good. She is good. I'm sure she appreciates you asking. Yeah, that happens. I think my cat feels bad when that happens. Yeah, she might have felt bad. I don't know, but I question how bad she feels and for how long, because she usually goes right back at it again. She might have been embarrassed or something. I don't know. Can cats feel embarrassment? I don't actually know. They can? Okay. I'm still learning about cats, honestly. I'm more of a dog person naturally. Like, I didn't know cats had innies and outies. For those of you guys who watch Severance, you understand what I mean. This one here, Yasha, apparently he was taken outside the other day for a little walk, and he became a whole different creature. I won't go into the whole story, but let's just say he was like the equivalent of Professor Lupin turned into a werewolf. And then as soon as he entered the chasm of our home, he turned into his normal self again. So I don't know how it is that happens. I don't understand it. But you know, it just happens, I guess. That's just how it is. So, you know. Was that in the snow? No, it was in spring weather. All the snow is melted from here. All the snow melted a couple days ago. It's cool that the two of them share that chair. Yeah, they actually really it's three that share the chair. It's Kathy and then it's the two cats. I don't think the cats ever really sit in my chair that much. When they do, I basically tell them to get out because I need to work. So yeah, I think they just learned, alright, don't get in Dad's chair unless he's just not home or he's sleeping. So I'm kind of okay with that. Let's see, knees are at 6. You two doing anything for Valentine's Day? I can't reveal that on the live stream. It may or may not be surprise related, so can't say no. Aw, cute. Honestly, I think we're more excited for Chinese New Year than in this house than Valentine's Day. I think there's more planned for that, though, based on what I'm understanding. We're just gonna make food we usually don't make. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh, Yash is gone. Oh shoot, he's on the prowl. If he comes up, if he starts meowing and stuff, I'll bring him up. But he might just be tired of the chair now. Is this my first Chinese New Year? Yes, it is. Outside of the ones where you guys gave me, what was it? The moon cakes? The moon patties with the moon cakes, right? It is, right?
When?
Not you. No, I'm talking about Megan and Bernice. Mooncakes for the Moon Festival. Yeah, that was it. That's the only thing I can think about. So yeah, it's probably yeah. Let's just call it the first one. There was no hydration check. I was just thirsty. Y'all probably should drink some water though. I hear that the movie Goat is coming out, which is made by Sony, the same studio that made Spider-Verse. Oh shoot! All right, there's a hydration check. I think that makes it 3 official ones. Yeah, I'm curious to know how that movie is. Has anyone seen that movie, Goat? Or is it still not out? They just had the premiere. Actually, I'm not sure. I know that Steph Curry is voicing a character. I know that Kelly MacLachlan is in it. So he's got a backpack here, so let's make sure we get that first. But I do hope that the movie Go is successful. It looks very creative. Okay, so he's got his hands in his pockets here. Should probably draw this a little bit smaller for the scale. I always get trapped with drawing things too small sometimes. Face just a little bit bigger here. And I gotta sharpen up this face. It's looking a little too round here. Alright, I only got about 10 more minutes before I'm wrapping up. I'm doing stir-fry rice cakes with mushrooms, char siu and bok choy, pot stickers, taro-filled taiyaki, and sweet rice cakes. So yeah, stir-fry rice cakes and sweet rice cakes. That sounds delicious. Are you able to mail a box over here to Texas? Sounds really good. I don't even know what some of that stuff is, but it sounds really good. Uma's on. What's up, Uma? Hi, Jordan. Catching the last bit of your stream. Just finished dinner. Oh, thanks for coming on. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've been working on comic pages today, or really just a couple panels. We did this top one here, and we're working on this one here. The middle is just skipped for now just because I think I need a reference. And I don't feel like searching it out with only a few minutes left. I'm gonna just buy the sweet rice cakes since we have an Asian market here that should have them. When you come over, I'll make you some. I can do a vegan version. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I will take you up on that. Let's go a little bit smaller, please. One of the drawbacks of where we live is how far the Asian markets are. That is true. We have to make a whole day trip out of it. It takes like an hour. I know those red and blue lines are guided, but it's giving old school ruled paper, liking it as a background. Yeah, well, these ones, this one here is actually a chart. These ones here are for the guidelines for the background, but this is more so I know how tall he's supposed to be. But yeah, I find it super helpful because I have my characters all at a specific height, and sometimes I just am too lazy to measure, which I could do, but it would take an extra couple of seconds, an extra maybe 20 seconds to do. So I'm like, you know what, why not just save that time, plop it in, and use it for drawing. Those couple seconds add up. They do. It says that's so smart. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're trying to learn efficiency over here. Megan in the chat also has plenty of suggestions for me to always make production faster. So she's our production queen when it comes to that sort of thing. And our tech support. Our emergency clip studio tech support. It's rather awesome, actually. Let's see. I'm gonna move the shoulder just a bit. Nice talking to you, Jordan. I gotta finish my coding homework, so I'm heading out. Definitely gonna be tuning in more often. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you hopping on. Yeah, every Sunday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. That's when I'm streaming. So looking forward to seeing you, bro. Or cuz. That's probably more appropriate. Let's see. All right, let's get the shoes here. I think I want to change this part of his design. I actually think it would look better if he just had a chain here. So we haven't seen it in other shots yet, but I'm making it canon. Destroyer. There we are. This is Cairo. We haven't drawn him at all tonight. We'll see how far I can get in 2 minutes. Got a little bit of facial hair, not a ton. Still a young lad. We'll end it off there. So everyone, I want to thank you guys for hopping on to the stream. All you guys on TikTok, all you guys on YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you. And again, if you want to see me go live again in the future, I'll be back Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And also, don't forget to check out the socials, Shadowboxers and Joe McFo, and also the Joe McFo Show on YouTube. That's where I post pretty much everything. So with that said, I'll see you all later. Oh, Mark, you just hopped in? Oh, well, thanks for popping in anyway, bro. Appreciate you guys. Everyone else, have a good night. Peace.